Good morning, guys. It is Thursday and today I have a few outings. I'm going to go for a job meeting stuff, kind of this kickoff to maybe get a job interview. We'll see. And then I'm going to meet up at my old job and say goodbye to everyone. Kind of just have that bye-bye. Still getting paid until the end of the month, but I'm gonna use that time to kind of find a new job. I had a rough day yesterday, so I didn't end the vlog. Everything was fine and dandy until lunchtime. I was in a good mood, even though there is something emotional. I think it's mostly stress, hormones, everything. I have that in the back of my mind. And then I had a interaction with a person from my past, and I had an automatic response into a pretty huge panic attack. It was not pretty, no. And I found out that I had underlying emotions toward this person, and that I really need to do something about them. Not only for the person's sake, because I don't think that the underlying emotions are fair to the person, but also to myself, because going around having panic attacks over people, it's not a healthy thing, not for me. Now, everyone can do whatever they want with their life, and not everyone is as keen as changing their life as I am. I believe that all the emotions that I have are mine and mine to control. And when I find that I have underlying emotions towards someone that creates something as a strong reaction, as a panic attack, then I have to figure out how to deal with that and how to move forward from that panic attack. Kind of dealing with what happened years and years ago. So yeah, it was a rough day. After I had an awesome lunch with a friend of mine, and then I went home, and afterwards I just couldn't get myself to be creative or really do anything. I just was stuck. I played a little bit of Zelda, watched some Doctor Who, and then I made a card. And this is like the 4th or 5th card in a row that I'm feeling, I'm not sure that I want to use this one. Yeah. Anyhow, I had a rough day yesterday and ended up going to bed at 8:45 and just no, this day is not going okay. There's no use for me sitting up trying to push myself to do something. Let's go to bed, sleep. And I woke up this morning and I didn't feel very much better. I'm kind of exhausted. And I think it is, even though I know that whether or not I have a job at the end of the month, we will be okay. I'm still super stressed over not knowing if I have a job at the end of the month. It's tough. I'm a worker. I'm a person who likes working, and I actually really like programming, and I'm not ready to give it up. Also, I kind of need money to pay for food and stuff. Even though we would be fine, I'm not very keen on living on Christopher's money. It's his money. He has worked for them. We should do this together, not live on him. So yeah. Anyhow, I have a couple of hours before I'm leaving for my meeting, so I am going to do a couple of store things. Maybe listen to some music and just try to wake up. But good morning, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. Well, guys, I'm home. I've been home for some hours now. My first meeting went pretty well. I'm going to interview with them next week, it sounds like. We'll see. So it was like one of those tentative meetings. I was contacted by the recruiter at a company, and they do things a little bit of a different way. They kind of they contact you. They have like immediate meeting, so that he kind of gets a feeling of who you are, like if you seem to be a proper person. I think one of the issues I found that he had before is that people don't like teamwork. There's a bunch of developers who don't like teamwork, and they do a lot of teamwork in their company right now. So I think that was pro me. So he went in and he went to the different teams. He goes to the different teams. He talks to them and see, hey, any one of you who want to work with this person? And yeah, we'll see. He came back to me because he wanted me to send him my resume, something like that. And when I sent it to him, he answered back and said that at least one of the teams might be interested. So I will hear more from him on Monday. But at the same time, as I really need a job. It would work, but it wouldn't work in the long run anyhow if I didn't have one. So I'm interviewing with another company, or we're doing some tech test for another company this weekend. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So the first meeting seemed to go well, and then I went to my office, or my old office, because I'm leaving now. I'm going on. I'm not gonna work for the rest of the time, and a lot of it is because if they fired me for the reasons that they said they kind of, or let me go or whatever, then me going to consistent testings and stuff would be basically the same. So yeah. So I said goodbye to everyone. I won't be back. I think everyone was, it felt very, very strange, and I've been having this really strange migraine, and I think it's just me taking a breath. It's over now. I don't have to fight anymore. I don't have to do anything. There will be a salary at the end of the month, and then we're over. Everything's over. So I'm kind of, I don't know. It's just a breath, and then it's gone. Super strange. But I think my migraine is because of that. The last thing that I done, I actually been stitching on the ornament today. I came to the beading, so I'm beading it now. Realize now when I'm doing it that I did it wrong before. Both because I was doing the backstitching. I looked at the image for the backstitching, then I looked at the description for the backstitching, and then I looked at the symbols for the backstitching. They actually don't agree, which is why I kind of made it more like the image and the description. Basically, the description they have the same symbol for 2 different colors for the backstitching, and then they have a description in the back side that tells that certain packages, because it's a wagon filled with packages, it's a Christmas ornament, certain packages were supposed to have one color of the one color backstitch, other packages would have another color backstitch, and then the last packages should have the third. However, it's red, green and yellow, or golden, and the red and the golden are supposed to have the same symbols, but if you look at the image and the description, the symbols for the red has been placed also on the symbol for on the packages that are supposed to be green. So yeah, it was a mess. And the second thing I found was that the beading, almost all of the beads in this kit are petite, except for some frosted green ones, and I had stitched the frosted green ones just the same as the petites, and apparently you're not supposed to. It was half stitches on the petites and then some other special stitches or a cross stitch way. For the frosted it is half stitches and the special one for the petite. So now I'm doing the half stitches, so that would be good. So yeah. And I took some time to color, and I thought I'd show you, because I thought it looks pretty cool. This is, I don't know if, I think this is going to be, or it's going to be a card video, but I just don't know when to put it up. I did a card yesterday, and then I did this one, and I'm thinking about actually asking in the video team group and see which image they think I should use. But yeah, he's a little mole, cute little mole, and it's done with color pencils on dark cardstock, and I really love how that shows up. Color pencils will look differently on different colored cardstock, but this looks great. And I also did my 10 for 10 today, which, like, I got a lot done. Even though I was out doing meetings and everything, I got a lot done today. I did my 10 for 10. I did coffee cups in different shapes and forms. I even did a little pile of sugar cubes that doesn't really look like they should look. I have figured one thing out, and that is I really need to work on my perspective. I was really good at perspective once, but I feel that I must have dropped it somewhere because it doesn't look the way it should. But I did a whole bunch of small coffee cups, so I did that too. So I done quite a lot today. And listened to an audiobook, which was awesome. But I'm gonna head to bed because tomorrow and then the rest of the weekend is going to be tech test. So I have to be up bright and early. I also should go away and have some tests done tomorrow. So yeah, those are the things I'm gonna do tomorrow, but that's tomorrow. Right now I'm heading to bed. So good night, sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Bye.